Stay with me tonight. Dying billionaire heiress calls single dad by mistake. Soft rain outside. Faint thunder. A phone rings. Narrator, gentle, rugged voice. The night she called me, I thought someone was dying, I just didn't know it was her. It was close to midnight. My little girl, Emma, had just fallen asleep on the couch beside me. We were watching one of those old Christmas movies, the kind where everyone gets a happy ending. I remember thinking, those endings don't happen for people like us. Not in this town. Then my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer, figured it was spam. But something about the way it rang steady, desperate, made me pick up. Hello. A woman's voice, weak but polite. Please, don't hang up. I think I dialed the wrong number. Pause. The hum of the rain fills the silence. She sounded fragile, like someone trying not to cry. I could hear hospital machines beeping faintly in the background. I said, "It's all right. You okay, ma'am?" There was a long breath, then she whispered, "I just wanted to hear someone's voice." Anyone's? I didn't mean to bother you. I told her it wasn't a bother. Something in me, maybe the part that still believes in kindness, wouldn't let me hang up. She laughed softly, like she was embarrassed. "You sound ordinary," she said. "That's nice." "Yeah," I replied. "Ordinary's all I've got." That's how it started. A wrong number. A dying heiress, though I didn't know that yet, and a single dad just trying to make rent. Soft piano fades in. She said her name was Claire. She didn't say much about where she was, but her voice had that polished tone you only hear on TV interviews or charity galas. Still, she talked to me like we'd known each other for years. We talked about the weather. About my daughter, who mumbled in her sleep beside me. About the pie I'd burned in the oven earlier because I'd fallen asleep watching football. Claire laughed at that, a real laugh, light but tired. "I can't remember the last time someone burned a pie for me," she said. Something about the way she said it, quiet, wistful, told me she wasn't calling from a place where people burn pies. The calls didn't stop that night. For the next week, she called again. Same time, around midnight. Always saying she meant to hang up, but never really doing it. And I, fool that I am, started waiting for the ring. Emma would be asleep, the house silent except for the rain hitting the tin roof. And then that soft voice, "Hi, it's me again." Sometimes we talked for 5 minutes. Sometimes an hour. She asked about my life, about losing my wife, about raising Emma alone. She listened. Really listened. And when she spoke, I started to hear the sadness between her words. She wasn't just lonely. She was saying goodbye. Music softens, melancholy tone. One night, she finally told me. "I'm in the hospital," she said. "The kind with the white walls and no clocks. I used to have people around me all the time. But now." Small laugh, "No one picks up the phone unless I'm writing a check." I didn't know what to say. So I just said the truth. "Then you can call me. Anytime." She was quiet. Then whispered, "Thank you, Daniel." That was the first time she said my name. I didn't even remember giving it to her. Over the next few weeks, her voice grew weaker. But our talks got deeper, like we were both confessing to someone who wouldn't judge. She told me about her life, the tabloids, the parties, the fiancé who left when the doctors said the word incurable. And I told her about the night Emma was born, and how my wife never made it out of the hospital. We sat in that silence, across 1,000 miles, connected by a phone line and pain neither of us chose. Sometimes, I'd hear her breathing grow shallow. I'd say, "Hey, you still there?" And she'd whisper, "I'm here. Just, stay with me tonight." Those words, "stay with me tonight," they stuck. She said them every night after that. Like a prayer. Like she was afraid the world would forget her if someone didn't answer back. Wind outside, piano drifts into background. Then, one night, she didn't call. I stayed up, waiting. Midnight passed. Then 1. Then 2. Nothing. The next evening, same thing. And on the third night, my phone rang again, but it wasn't her. A man's voice. Calm, professional. "Is this Daniel Miller?" "Yeah. This is Dr. Hayes. I'm calling from St. Joseph's Medical Center. You've been listed as a contact." My stomach dropped. What, I'm not, I don't even know her last name. He paused. Then said gently, "Claire Montgomery. She passed away last night." I couldn't speak. He continued, "She left a note. Said you'd understand." Soft static, fade to silence. A few days later, a letter arrived. Cream envelope, no return address. Inside, her handwriting. Elegant but shaky. "Dear Daniel, if you're reading this, it means I finally found peace. You once told me ordinary people don't get happy endings. But you were wrong. My happy ending was a man in a small town who answered a wrong number and made me feel human again. I wanted to leave you something, not money, not guilt, just a reminder that kindness still matters. There's a trust fund under Emma's name. It's not charity, it's gratitude. Tell her I said to buy all the pies she wants. Thank you for staying with me. Claire." Piano swells softly. Rain fades to quiet snowfall. I sat there for hours, staring at that letter. I'd talked to a woman I never met. A woman who had everything and nothing. And somehow, in her last days, she'd found comfort in the voice of a tired mechanic from a town no one remembers. A few weeks later, a lawyer confirmed it, a trust fund for Emma, enough for college. Enough to breathe again. But it wasn't the money that broke me. It was the fact that she thought of us. That she saw me, really saw me, when I'd stopped believing I mattered to anyone. Pause. Soft guitar joins the piano. It's been 3 years now. Emma's growing fast. She still asks sometimes, "Dad, who's Claire?" And I tell her, "An angel who called us by mistake." Every Christmas Eve, Emma and I light a candle by the window. And for a moment, when the world is quiet, I can almost hear her voice again. "Stay with me tonight." And I whisper back, "I will." Music swells, then fades into silence.